Welcome back to Charlton Sports Weekly here at Anytime Fitness. We're going to go over some maidens softball, some JV softball. JV first, last Thursday they played against Atkinson County, and they came out with a 9-2 win. So things look good for them. I was told Ashlyn Garvin had 2 hits, 2 RBIs to lead the way for them.
That's good.
Yesterday, Tuesday, they had to travel to Lanier County, and looks like they put a pretty good whooping on Lanier. Beat them
12-1.
12-1, right? Can't remember exactly what their overall record is. Seems like it's 4-2, 5-2, I believe.
Yeah,
somewhere
in there. I can't remember the maidens. Oh yeah, I see it there. 4-2.
All right, but I believe their final game, I think it's going to be tomorrow. They're going to play Clinch County. So I think that's going to wrap up their season for them.
And that'll be here?
That'll be here in Folkestone, right? The maidens themselves, they played Atkinson County last week also here and pitched a shutout against them, beat them 8-0.
Yeah.
So Delilah Wainwright was on the mound, and like I said, she pretty much shut them down completely. I think they might have threatened once or twice the entire game, and I think it was called because of run rule. I think the run rule is 8 after 5 and fast pitch softball. So.
Delilah's one of the best pitchers in the region.
Right.
Probably too.
Probably overall player.
Yeah.
And then yesterday they traveled to Lanier County also, and things wasn't looking good for them from the start. I think Lanier scored 8 runs in the second inning, and we were down 8-0 just like that. So, but they kept their wits about them, battled back. I think they tied it at 8-8 going into I believe it might have been the 6th inning, 6th or 7th inning anyway. But anyway, they took the lead 11-8 and held on and pulled out the win.
How about
there.
that?
So,
that's awesome. Good. That should be a good confidence builder for them heading into sub-region play or sub-region tournament.
Like I said, right now they sit in second place in the sub-region behind Eccles County. Eccles has lost, I think, 1 sub-region game, and we've lost twice. So, but we still have Eccles left on our schedule. So,
who knows how we're going to line
right.
up.
I'm not sure how the tiebreaker will work if we end up with identical records, but if we can win that one, you can pretty much guarantee a second place spot, which means you host a first round of the crossover games for the region. So that's always big playing at home.
Looks like they got Clinch County, so the varsity maidens have Clinch coming tomorrow.
Right, that'll be tomorrow too. I believe it's probably a 6 o'clock start for the varsity, 4 o'clock for the JV. So, and then this weekend, the schedule I was given earlier in the year has changed a little bit. They are going back to Baconton.
Oh, Lord.
Where it's called the Pecan Growers Tournament this time. But like I said, they'll be playing it Friday and Saturday. And then they'll come back Monday in another schedule change. This one was originally scheduled for Wednesday. But they're going to travel to Macon and play over there. And then come back home Tuesday, which will be senior night. Be the last regular season game against Eccles County. So if they can beat Clinch and Eccles, give them 2 more region wins and pretty much guarantee the second slot, I would think.
Yeah, at least that. Hopefully first.
Right, like I said, Lanier County has got 3 losses as of right now. So. And
McIntosh is a non-region game.
It's a non-region game, right.
They better take some bug spray this time of year.
You got that right. It's a long sleeve shirts and hoods and anything else you can come up with. Like I said, right now they've got an 11-5-1 record, 4-2 in the sub-region. So it's been a good year for them so far.
I think the softball program on the right track.
Yes, they're going in the right direction.
They're in the right direction and got some good coaching and seems like last few years we've had a good bit of girls come out, so I'm glad to see them headed in the direction, making the playoffs.
Right, like I said,
Last few years.
the region crossover games, I don't think they're going to start, if I remember looking at it right, it's not till the 29th, so they're going to have like a week and a half off after the last game before that starts up. So and next week we can get the results of these games, but then we should know the seedings by then, who they're going to go up against, and all that next week.
All right. So let's go over some of the Braves scores here.
All right. Well, last Wednesday we were doing the show and the Braves were playing, so we didn't get to give you the score from last week. They traveled down to Baker County, Florida, and put a Georgia whooping on the Florida boys.
That's right.
Beat them 36 to 20.
Skint the Wildcats.
That's it. Said Andrew Lee. I said I've been talking about him ever since we started the show. He had 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns and also a rushing touchdown. Over 100 yards, I think close to 150, I believe, on the ground rushing. Eric Daniels, he also had, I think it was a 70-yard run. I think is what Coach Thomas sent me. And he also had over 100 yards.